teams. The players know a lot of each other, both from club competitions and past international competitions. And we're going to have the national anthems played here, starting with Russia and then Spain.
First, national anthem of Russia.
That was Russia. Now for Spain. Well, with Spain, they've brought back Sancho Little, who has begun the WNBA season. She hasn't been with the team in preparations that long, but I think she adapts quickly. She struggled in 2011 in that regard, but before that she had done well, so we'll see how it pans out this time. Referees from Serbia, from Greece, and from France. Well, what can you say about certainly the player on the left, Amaya Valdemaro, which hasn't already been said before, the MVP of the EuroBasket women in 2007 when Spain got that silver medal. She's a legend. She's the greatest player in the history of Spanish women's basketball. And even with the disappointment of playing that one game in 2011 because of injuries, she's made it back. Belyakova, terrific sharpshooter. Has really grown in the last couple of years. She played at the Olympics last year for Russia, so really this is not about, this game isn't about one individual on this team, one individual on that team. This is going to depend on a lot of factors. Certainly with Russia, Osipova is crucial. Sapova has come back from injury, which kept her out of the Olympics. Prince as well, the question marks. You've got Belyakova, and Petrakova played at the Olympics. So, and also Natalie Vieru, number 11. You can see at the free throw line, the veteran Ilona Korsten. for Lucas Mondello. Little, as we said, despite the short preparation time, is in with this team in the starting lineup, along with Cindy Lima, who's impressed. Marta Jargue, Sylvia Dominguez, and Torrens. Now remember, Torrens and Dominguez did not play last summer, or Little, I think, because Torrens was recovering from the knee injury that she had, the serious knee injury, and Sylvia Dominguez, who's played for 3 consecutive EuroLeague women teams, different teams, she missed because she was trying to make it in the WNBA. She's made it back. So this could be, I would expect this to be a better Spanish team than the team that went through the qualification round last year. Of course, Ana Cruz was a surprise cut, although she picked up an injury late in the season for Rivas Akopoulos. The teams, Alfredas Vanasquez is, as we said, coaching in Russia, so he knows all of these players extremely well. He knows their strengths. It's tough moving into the future without a player the stature of Stepanova, without the reliability of Svetlana Brasimova that she brought for so many years. She's retired as well. And without Ardashina, who's injured, suffered a serious knee injury at the end, or late in the season with the Katerinburg, the EuroLeague women winners. But I think the belief in Russia is that they have a team that can get back to the podium. And we're about to see for ourselves how good this team is. The other thing to remember is that Russia don't always start like a house on fire in tournaments, but they get better as the tournaments go on. That wasn't necessarily the case at the Olympics last year, although they did get to the semifinals where they lost to Australia. And it's Osipova winning that jump ball, and immediately Spain kind of falling asleep. But Osipova doesn't attack the basket, and instead it's Prince that launches the 3 and misses. So she says, well, heck, if I'm going to be in this team, I'm going to be putting it up. She doesn't hesitate. And into the lane, Sancho Little misses. Soft jumper. She plays with the Atlanta Dream, so they're going to have to do without her services for a while. Sapova drives in. And I think that her tough as nails approach is going to be good, and also the free-flowing style of Alba Torrens is going to be a welcomed addition, or her return is going to be welcomed. Spain wearing those new uniforms. And Torrens buries the 3. And Belyakova trap, turns it over, so good intensity defensively from Jargue and from Sancho Little. Dominguez drives in over to Torrens again, and this time it stays out with Sapova getting a hand in her face. Little reaches around and fouls Belyakova. And Petrakova buries the 3-pointer. Member of that title-winning side with the Katerinburg and the EuroLeague Women Final 4. Final 8, rather, this year. Sancho Little has it knocked away. It's a good defense by Russia. Yeah, Petrakova drags that foot, trying to attack Sancho Little. Sancho Little at the line, no good. And again, another three-pointer, this one from Belyakova. So 3 3-pointers in this game, 2 of them by Russia. Dominguez gets inside, outside to Jarget and Osipova. A lot of experience with Osipova, and she actually brings the ball up the floor. Prince, she puts up a 3, no good, and the strong rebound from Sancho Little. Nice flow to the game. Silvia Dominguez drives in and scores. She's won the EuroLeague women title the last 3 years with Perfumerias Avenida, Rose Casares, and this year Katerinburg. That's Sapova. And really, I can't emphasize enough how important she was a couple of years ago for that Russian team that won the gold medal in Poland. Dominguez trying to keep pace with Prince. Petrakova again, nope. Torrens. Russia right now shooting jump shots. Torrens goes behind the back, takes it all the way, and she cannot be denied on that one. Born to thrill, Alba Torrens showing signs of getting back to her best after that knee injury that kept her out of basketball for so many months. Kept her out of the Spain team last summer. Look at her go all the way behind the back, then knows how to just kind of drift into the lane, and nobody picked her up from Russia. Belyakova to Petrakova, and in it goes to Osipova. So a little breakdown defensively by Spain, and nice ball movement from Russia. And the turnover into the hands of Prince. She looks at Belyakova, pulls up, and releases it, and scores. Spain gonna call a timeout. Their team trailing 12-7 after that shot from Prince.
Se ha cargado 2 faltas Sancho por no parar o hacer alguna faltita a nosotros. ¿De acuerdo? Después, jugadoras, obliguémosles a votar, están jugando muy fácil.
Ser más agresivas,
Están jugando muy fácil ante los triples.
Себя обыграть. Пока зона действует. Когда скажу снимаем, покажу 3, перейдем на защиту после забитого. Окей? Теперь пятерку играем. Молодцы, поехали дальше. Вперед! Молодцы, поехали.
For the former coach, Boris Sokolovsky, talking last year about the importance of getting experience at the Olympics for players like Belyakova, Petrakova, Natalie Vieri. And, you know, it's seen, you can see it now reflected in their play here early on against Spain. They just look confident players. You know, not as big a names as Stepanova and Abrasimova, but they'll get there. Turnover for Spain. Prince. And she had hit the previous jumper. It's a lot of size out on the floor for Russia. Dominguez into the teeth. Torrens puts up another 3, and she's really kind of got the bit between the teeth right now, carrying Spain. That takes it back to a 2-point deficit. And the dump down low to Osipova. Nice pass from Petrakova. Dominguez has a go at shooting the three, and she nails it. Now it's a 1-point game. Laura Nichols in there now guarding Osipova, having to use her body against the tall Osipova. Bothers her, and the two get tied up, fighting for the rebound. So Sancho Little stays in the game. Cindy Lima's out, catching a breather. Now Silvia Dominguez gets a blow. And Laia Palau comes in, who really was Spain's just great player at 2011. And Torrens just drives in. Nobody picks her up. Matador defense from the Russians allows Torrens to tear it up again. She's got 10 points. Petrakova over to Prince for three. Off the side of the rim. Petrakova keeps it alive. And over to Sapova. Spain giving away some offensive rebounds there to Russia so far in this game. But the pressure, Russia don't look comfortable against that Spanish defense. Zidek now coming in, and it's going to spell Belyakova. As you see the replay. Marta Jargue, nice soft touch, and you can really see the confidence growing in Spain at the moment. They're on a run. They're up 17-14. And good, tough play from Laia Palau. Played for Pocovici this year, following the breakup of Rosca Saris in Spain. Sapova takes a breather, and Vodopaneva comes in, number 6. Petrakova for three. Nope, she had her foot on the line. It's a 1-point game. Sancho Little tries to back up, gets it, goes hard at Osipova. And Mondello, I think, is going to get Sancho Little a breather. There's the kick that turns it over. And coming in is Laura Gill. So 10 points already here in the first 7 minutes of the contest for Alba Torrens for Spain. And offensive foul, I think that was called on Valeria Musina. It was indeed, that's her first. Alba Torrens puts it on the floor again, puts it up, and this time throws it over the backboard. And it's interesting, even though that shot from Torrens went over the rim, she was applauded by Mondello. Said, "Muy bien, Alba. Has hecho. Muy bien. You've done well." So because she's attacking the basket and making people move. Good things will happen. The foul from Palau. Spain still on top by 1. Here's Vodopineva guarded by Alba Torrens, and really a fadeaway. Great shot from Vodopineva. Torrens puts up another three, and this time misses. Jargue chases the ball, gets a little bit of contact, no call, but the hustle from Spain ends up getting it back to Torrens and makes the layup. Terrific play from Torrens and Laia Palau. And the turnover, Largill, now in the hands of Palau. It looked like a double dribble, and uncharacteristically turns it over. Natalie Grisheva checks in for Russia. So Osipova comes out of the game. There's the veteran, Osipova. We get to see Amaya Valdemoro for Spain. Foul called on Russia. So Petrakova. That foul was called on Petrakova, so that's her first. Good D from Russia. And Jargue drives in and makes it, uses pretty much all of the rim that time. Takes it back to a three-point game. Grisheva. What must the emotions be like for the Stepanovas and the Abrasimovas if they're watching this game? I'm sure they are. Petrakova missed. Russia keep getting that ball back. Nichols guarding Vodopinova, and now her shot is no good, and the ball goes out of bounds. And Amaya Valdemoro gets a huge applause as she checks into the game for Spain for the first time. She's in that left corner there of your screen. You just can't actually see her. She's just out of the screen as Palau winds down the clock. The final 6 seconds of the first quarter. Palau gets in, and desperation puts it up. Spain go to the end of the first quarter. They go to the bench leading 21-18.
Allez, on va jouer avec le public. Je vais vous demander d'applaudir très fort ces trois personnes. Applaudissements, s'il vous plaît, pour Pauline, Fabien et Karim. Le but du jeu, ils ont 30 secondes pour mettre.
Well, the early numbers, those three-pointers falling, 2 from Torrens, 1 from Dominguez, Petrakova, and Belyakova have each hit 1 for Russia. Well, Torrens with 12 points already for Spain, which is great news just for anybody to see Torrens, you can know how much she loves the game, and she's come back from that serious knee injury. There she is, taking a breather. I wouldn't expect her to be out that long when a player is that hot. Prince also has come back into the game for Russia. Vodopeneva puts the ball on the floor, drives in right at Valdemaro. And the foul out on the perimeter by Mucina, or Kutsina rather, Marina Kutsina. Valdemaro puts up a three, good! Oh, and she gets a huge applause from the Spanish fans and the French fans here. She truly is a legend, and that didn't look very good for Epiphany Prince. Hope she's okay, because it looked like she slipped. The threes are going in for the team with the ball right now. And the turnover. Valdemaro harassing Prince. Vodopeneva now drives in. She's doubled up by Laura Gill. And Natalie Zadek comes right back for Russia and scores and makes it a 2-point game. So it looks like it could be another close one between these two great rivals. I think Russia have won most of the exchanges at senior team level. Nichols, Torrens back into the game. Oh, look at her just go. Oh, if that had gone, that would have been ridiculous. And good play from Laura Gill to wrestle that ball away from Marina Kutsina. Valdemaro puts up another three. Osipova with the rebound. Prince to Kutsina. Five on the shot clock, and it goes to Osipova. She gets it right where she wants it, but she travels. They say she picked up her pivot. Laura Gill out. Sancho Little back in. Torrens steps out. She's guarded by Kutsina. Hands it off to Laura Nichols, but off the back of the rim. It's a tight one. Neither team really able to get on top of the other. Kutsina for three. She can shoot from long range. This is that. And Sancho Little, almost. Torrens and Little both chasing that ball. Maya Palau works her way into the lane. Back out to Valdemaro. Pulls up and makes it. More shouts of vamos from the Spanish fans. Oh, good hands from Laia Palau. The steal over to Valdemaro. Entry pass to Torrens. Finds the open player, Palau. Nichols was hesitant to take the open shot. Ends up with Valdemaro. Bam! And Amaya Valdemaro is making her mark. 8 points for Amaya Valdemaro coming off the bench at the end of the first quarter. She's been out there for about 3 minutes and 40 seconds, so not a bad return. And playing within herself, Spain put a little run together and go up by 7.
Отпустили девушки, отпустили в защите, получили подряд 2 броска. Нападение, не было там шагов. Хорошо, теперь сделаем так, сделаем. Нападение. Будем играть пятерку на тебя. Да, она вышла, можно сыграть линию сыграть. Хорошо? Ну сыграйте вовремя, когда пойдет один заслон и сюда. И вот тогда посмотрите.
Y si vuelve a zona, en las situaciones, la subida cae, si la subida de Sancho, le da y Sancho genera entrada, tiro, bloqueo directo. ¿De acuerdo? Seguimos trabajando, vamos.
Well, play resumes. Turnover for Russia. Valdemaro now with the ball. Looks up the floor. Looked like she took a shot there from Messina. And the foul on Sapova. Haven't seen Ilona Korsten yet for Russia. Another of those experienced players. And we haven't seen Natalie Vieiro either. Sancho Little. Spain now go on top by 9. Pelyakova going to come back into the game for Russia. Zidek puts the ball down, hands it off to Osipova, and she is fouled. Looked like the foul was on Palau. So Palau's got 2 fouls. Pelyakova now back into the contest. Osipova makes both. So Osipova now with 5 points. But really with Spain, it's been the Torrens and Valdemaro show. Really really have the stroke right now. Here's Torrens again, spin move. Oh, beautiful play, but Cindy Lima wasn't quite ready for it. Three on the shot clock, Osipova, and looks a bit lost in there. So far for Spain, they couldn't have asked really for a better start to lead by 8 points here against the top-ranked European team in the world. Russia at number 3 behind the United States and Australia. And another basket, this one by Sancho Little. Now the lead is 10. And Messina just lost control of it, somehow got it back. Messina got it back again. Laura Gill comes back in for Sancho Little. Little picked up her 3rd foul on that play, so she has to take a seat. It's a tough call against her. They were just kind of going after the ball. A good alert play by Messina. And Petrikova kind of stops the bleeding for Russia with the 3-pointer. Torrens now with 5 on the shot clock. She's going to look to create, and she dumps it right off inside to her teammate, Gill. Gill then scraps for the rebound, and there's a melee on the court going after the ball, and Spain are going to maintain possession. Alba Torrens, Dominguez. Oh, nice. Oh, great swat from Osipova. Laura Gill thought she had a layup, and Osipova just shows her defensive tenacity. And then Torrens swats Sapova at the other end, and it goes back to Spain. Torrens just doing everything right now. You know, still burning in her memory, I think, is that exit from the EuroBasket 2011 before the quarterfinals, losing that game to Croatia. She's got a bounce in her step. And Sapova, the player that she just blocked at the other end, is called for the foul. So Alba Torrens, if she makes both of these free throws, which she will not, if she makes one of them, she'll go to 13 points. She made that incredible Olympic debut in 2008 in Beijing. Incredible because at such a young age, and really still is young. Corsten has come into the game, by the way, to try to calm things down for Russia. And more pressure, and Osipova is having a difficult time out there. Torrens, oh, she just looks like unstoppable right now. She is a one-person highlight reel. I mean, tell me you would not like to watch her attack the basket every time. And Sapova, for the 2nd consecutive time, picks up the foul. So now she's got 14 points. Torrens, and there's still 3 minutes remaining in the first half. $15 points. Oh, Belyakova drives in. Dominguez with the rebound. I think the hardest part for both of these coaches really is to figure out who to play. They've got so many good players. And certainly for Spain right now, you know, they've got, when they take players off the court, they put really good ones back on. There's not much not to like out there right now for Spain. Dominguez over to Gill. Now Jargue. Pulls up at the line. Good. That's the biggest lead of the game, 38-26. And Spain hustling on defense. Some full court pressure. And stoppage in play. Not sure what's happened. Like people standing around not knowing what's going on, but they've called a timeout. So with 2:16 remaining, it's Spain in command, 38-26.
Мы не дорабатываем в защите. Очень свободно даем нас обыграть. Мы вообще не считаем, когда они могут пройти, когда идет заслон, когда вы можете меняться. Растерялись. Нападение. Сделаем так. 5-2. Один придет с мячом. Тройка. 4. Поставим сюда.
Sobre todo contener. Una vez que no hemos conseguido que se equivoquen, entonces contener. Tapar el tiro y obligarles a votar. No ven los pases cuando votan. ¿De acuerdo? En ataque. Intenta postear alguna vez. Y desde ahí generamos, abrimos líneas de pase, corta el lado débil. Gil, en algún cuernos, antes de acabar el cuarto, podemos hacer algún cuernos que Gil se abra, que no la van a salir y que tire de 3, ¿vale? Ahora va a querer jugar ella,
Well, certainly Russia don't want to be going to halftime trailing by more than 10 points. Just surely for the psychological factor, you don't want to be trailing by double digits. So they've got some work to do here over the final couple of minutes. Spain still trying to keep up the defensive pressure. And Dominguez comes in and picks up the foul on Prince. Palau comes back in for Dominguez. That's Dominguez's first foul, but Palau now going to finish the half, it appears, for Spain. She's probably the top defensive player they've got in the team. Look at the reach by Torrens. Sapova. See if she puts the ball on the floor, gets in there. She does. It's a tough shot. Sapova does draw the foul. And I think it's a good call by the referee because Jarge had her hands. She had her hands on the Russian as she entered the lane. Sapova bricks the free throw. And she makes the second, so it's an 11-point game. Palau calls the play. Gill up top. Russia sitting back, trying to clog the lane. Cindy Lima goes in, chases down the rebound off her own miss, and new shot clock for Spain. So 1:23 remaining here in the first half. Over goes to Jarge for 3. That was short. And good job of Sapova keeping Lima away from the rebound. Prince, out it goes to Petrikova. And off the back of the rim. And good hustle from Jarge, gets it to Gill. And again, good defense by Russia to get it right back. I think Spain may be in a little bit of a rush there. Sapova spins over to Osipova. Back to Sapova. Guarded by Torrens. 10 on the shot clock. Now it's Lima guarding Osipova. Sapova drives in and tough drive denied, but Osipova there for the offensive rebound and put back. So Russia now get it down to a more manageable 38-29 deficit for them. So they're down by 9. Palau from the left corner. And now Russia have a chance to get even closer here at the end of the first half, which would be probably a small victory in the grand scheme of things. 5 seconds, 4, Prince goes to work over to Osipova, not the player they wanted shooting in that situation. But that's how it finishes, the end of the first half, and Russia, we haven't seen Elisa Aguilar play yet for Spain, but Russia are leading, or trailing rather, 38-29. And Alba Torrens is as good as advertised, even better considering the knee problems that she's had, with 15 points. Spain, 10 of 23 inside the arc. They've got the 5 3-pointers. They're out rebounding Russia. In the old days, you wouldn't be able to say that. That could change in the second half. Stick around for second half action from Group B here at the EuroBasket Women.
Comme vous pouvez le constater, tous les moyens sont bons pour récupérer le ballon, les bras, les jambes.
Alors Ronan, merci déjà de nous avoir présenté un petit peu les principales règles du jeu. Ce qu'on aimerait savoir, c'est intéressant, le kickball, alors où est-ce qu'on peut jouer je crois qu'on peut jouer dans la région avec plusieurs clubs.
Dans la région, vous pouvez jouer avec le club de Vannes tous les lundis soirs dans les complexes de la SPTT et également à Béric où ils ont également notamment le lundi soir.
On peut jouer à tout âge, tout le monde peut s'inscrire, filles, garçons, jeunes, tout le monde peut jouer.
Oui, tout le monde peut jouer. Alors le lundi soir, vous réservez aux adultes, que ce soit à Béric ou à Vannes. Et le mercredi après-midi, il y a une section jeune à Vannes, à partir de 8 ans.
Donc tout le monde peut jouer, on l'a compris, on a la possibilité de s'inscrire dans la région. C'est une discipline assez sympa, visiblement c'est de ligue. On se bouge, on fait du sport et c'est accessible à tous les niveaux, il n'y a pas de problème. Exactement, c'est un sport assez simple à comprendre. Le but, c'est d'empêcher que le ballon tombe par terre et tous les moyens sont bons. Il n'y a pas besoin d'avoir de grandes conditions physiques extraordinaires, des capacités physiques. Tout le monde peut y arriver.
Alors visiblement on s'amuse beaucoup, c'est très fun comme sport. Donc ça correspond un petit peu à ce qu'aujourd'hui ceux et celles qui veulent une pratique sportive recherchent. On cherche enfin à se faire mal, on cherche du plaisir. Là visiblement tout le monde s'amuse.
Exactement, c'est un sport d'équipe où il n'y a pas de laisser pour compte en fait. Quand on va attaquer, tout le monde doit toucher le ballon. Donc après voilà, et on récupère le ballon comme on veut. Donc si on a envie de se jeter, on se jette. Ça, tout le monde prend du plaisir.
Alors parlons un peu de compétition quand même, parce que plus sérieusement, il y a de la compétition. Et je crois que nous avons une équipe qui participe bientôt pour la France à un bon moment au niveau de l'échelon international.
Exactement, les équipes de France sont qualifiées pour la prochaine Coupe du Monde qui aura lieu en Belgique en mois de novembre. Les Françaises sont actuellement championnes d'Europe et vont essayer de gagner le titre mondial, même si ce sera très dur face aux meilleures équipes mondiales que sont le Japon et le Canada.
Et on le souhaite, en tout cas c'est agréable de savoir qu'on est compétitif également avec des gros ballons noirs, on va l'appeler comme ça. Encore une fois, vous rejoignez les membres, vous avez envie, je crois qu'il faut dire à nos amis de venir se familiariser avec ce sport. On vous attend, hein.
Exactement. Donc d'ici la fin du mois de juin, vous pouvez vraiment venir tous les lundis, soit à Périgueux, soit à Vannes. Et si vous n'avez pas l'occasion d'y aller d'ici fin juin, au mois de septembre, ça reprend et les créneaux seront les mêmes le lundi et à Périgueux et à Vannes.
Allez, un t-shirt, une paire de basket, et voilà, on s'inscrit. Hein. Tout le monde peut jouer. Hein.
Voilà.
Merci Ronan. Ronan, président du club de Rennes, c'est ça, qui nous a fait le plaisir d'être avec nous aujourd'hui. On va vous admirer encore, on va attendre que les choses reviennent, on va vous laisser encore une minute ou deux pour vous admirer. Et puis, encore une fois, rappelons-le, le football. Venez jouer, venez vous amuser à ce jeu. Super fun, quand on pratique, visiblement tout le monde prend du plaisir. Et c'est très très sympa de vous avoir fait découvrir à l'occasion de ce rendez-vous ici à Vannes, votre discipline. Merci Ronan, merci beaucoup.
De rien. Encore 50 secondes. Nous allons nous arrêter. Merci pour tout. Et donc, si vous voulez faire du kickball sur Vannes, c'est le lundi soir au complexe de la SPTT. Merci.
Merci Ronan, merci à tous les athlètes d'être venus nous démontrer la grosse balle noire. Voilà, c'est comme ça. La suite du match dans 5 minutes, tout de suite.
EuroBasket, le village avec 4 nouveaux matchs exceptionnels à vivre. La Slovaquie contre l'Ukraine à midi. Ensuite, la Turquie contre le Monténégro, première place des enjeux. Et puis, en section 2, demain, l'Italie contre l'Espagne, suivi de la Russie contre la Suède. Attention, soyez à droite, ne tapez pas, on va vous dire. Bravo, place pour la suite du match. C'est reparti en 3 minutes, à tout de suite.
Well, the last half of the day is about to start here in Vannes, France, on the opening day of the EuroBasket women. Spain getting the better of the exchanges here in the first half. They led it 38-29 at the break. Alfredas Vainauskas, having replaced Boris Sokolovsky, has his hands full in this opener. Russia have plenty of experience. They won't be daunted by trailing by 9 points. But at the same time, the Spanish team looks really good under Lucas Mondello. A lot of talent, and they also have a lot of players that play at the highest level. One of them, Amaya Valdemaro, there with the headband, coming off the bench and limited minutes and scoring 8 points.
Cuando den el primer pase individual. ¿Vale? ¿Está claro? ¡Vamos!
And Lucas Mondello talking about what they want on defense, and they make that first pass, but then we lost it. So it'll be interesting to see how Spain attack the Russians. It's so nice if you play at a tournament at a EuroBasket women, if you can open with a win and kind of ease the pressure. You don't like to go in that last 2 days knowing you've got to get at least one win. I'm sure that both of these teams would like to win all of their games, but there's something psychologically draining that kind of takes over, kind of grips the team if you don't play well early on. Or at least it can. Self-doubt creeps in. I expect better from Russia here in the second half. Russia starts with Sapova, Osipova, Petrakova, Messina, and Prince. And it's going to be Laura Gil, Laia Palau, Marta Jargue, Torrens, and Cindy Lima for Spain. And the penetration, and somehow Russia did a good job there, first of attacking, and then when they didn't score, of getting it back. Well, So Russia cut into that deficit here at the start. Now the deficit is just 7 points, remembering that they actually were down by 12 points. There's Torrens, shakes and bakes, and immediately goes to 17 points. What a story. She's definitely the go-to person right now. Petrikova thought about the three, the defense, so she steps inside and takes the two. She's had a big game, Petrikova. She started out shooting well for Russia at the beginning of the game. She's got 10 points right now. There's Marta Jargay. Nice bounce pass to Alba Torrens. And Spain's women looking tough. Sapova, the vital part of that gold medal winning team of Russia 2 years ago. And she's out there getting a lot of minutes. The battle for the rebound. And it goes over to Spain on the jump ball situation. Does look like Russia have a little bit more fire here at the start of the second half. Natalia Zadek is tying it up for the loose ball. She was actually the one that drove to the basket hard at the start of the second half, not Messina. Torrens actually has 19 points, not 17, 19. So she is quite simply amazing. You can see she still favors that right knee just a little bit sometimes. I think it was last January that she heard it in Poland. Oh, nice shot from Alba Torrens, coming back and just playing like out of this world. You know, Catherine Ress, Frida Eldebrink had big games. I'm not sure we're going to see a better one so far than Alba Torrens. Laura Gill getting out on the open court for Spain. 22 points already for Torrens. And the brick turns it over to Russia. Now Epiphany Prince. Marta Jargay gets in, and what was Prince thinking about? Now both teams on the ground, scrapping. And you don't like to see Torrens go down and people falling on her knee, but they get up. And that's the difficult part for an athlete, is when they go out and they have that injury and to come out and to have that physical contact. But she seems to be coping very well. Marta Jargay with a three-pointer, and Spain are just turning it on right now. That lead has ballooned to 15 points, and the ball has turned over back to Spain, and Vainauskas has seen enough. He's going to call it timeout. Palau kicks it over to Marta Jargay. Boom! There's another look at it. And one more time. And Jargay with that textbook release. Spain in command. Well, the good news for Russia is that not every team they're going to play is as good as Spain, but really, I mean, there's some good teams in this tournament, and they're going to have to turn it up a notch. Spain have really hit the ground running, something that we didn't see in Poland a couple of years ago. I know they won their first game, but they had some struggles. It looks like they're playing with a lot of confidence right now under Mondello. Valdemaro coming into the game. She was outstanding in the first half. She came off the bench at the end of the first quarter, ended up playing 5 minutes and had 8 points, including a make on her only three-pointer. I think a French wave has broken out here in Vaughan. Valdemaro kicks it back outside to Laura Gill, who looks at the three, hands it off to Cindy Lima, and the foul, Petrikova. Notes on Nadezhda Grisheva. Petrikova was there, but she's going to come out. Well, one of the young players breaking their way into this team. A lot of talent. One of the things you've seen with Spain teams is at youth level, they've been winning a lot of tournaments. And it's only natural that those players graduate to the senior team. So they should have some very good teams from now for the next decade, you would imagine. Prince off the front of the rim. Good strong rebound from one of the veterans, Cindy Lima. And then Valdemaro just lost the ball. And Prince goes into the lane, over to Vodopineva. She throws it off the rim. Kutsina with the rebound, and she misses. And Kutsina, a player that I've seen knock down about 7 threes in a row, missed that shot right under the basket. Zidek comes up with a steal. The game getting kind of crazy. Kutsina drives in, this time makes the layup. So Russia go from 16 down to 14 down, still a mountain to climb. Another look at it. Chargay for three. Valdemaro gets a hand on it. Prince wins it, gets it to Zidek. Zidek adds some toughness to this Russian team. I like how she plays. And Ilona Korsun's going to come in for Prince, who just really isn't in the flow of this game. And Sopova's also going to come back in for Vodopineva. And Torrance comes back in for Marta Jargay, so good minutes from Marta Jargay. Now Korsten goes right into the lane, kicks it back out. She won the Euro Cup Women this year. Still got it, one of the veterans, Korsten. And the foul on Cindy Lima, that's number 2 on her. And Lauren Nichols now comes in. And on the inbounds play, Nadezhda Grisheva the Russians had the play they wanted, and Grisheva just fell down. She slipped, her feet slipped on that wet court, and nobody's actually gone over there to dry it off, so I don't know what happened. Maybe she definitely lost her footing. Torrens drives in, and Nichols with the rebound. Quickly over to Valdemaro. Valdemaro looks for potential to drive. She goes in, finds Nichols. Look at Spain whip it around the perimeter to Torrens. Haven't seen her miss many today. Spain get it back. And this time Valdemaro, and Gill gets the rebound and is fouled. So really Spain just flat out hustling Russia. In the corner, Valdemaro, and takes it all the way and gets the basket, and that's what they love about her. It's the emotion. It hasn't really been the typical Amaya emotion because she hasn't played as many minutes tonight, but that's really the first chance that we've had to see it. And for the limited time, she's been outstanding. 11 points and hasn't really rushed anything. Boy, Russia, what's happening right now? They're down 17 points to Spain. The defensive pressure, nothing coming easy for Russia. Rush shots. That was a tough shot from Kudzina. They just look out of sorts against the Spanish team that's really making them work. And the travel is the call on Nichols. And Grisheva gets the pass and drives in, and I went to Vans and a rugby match broke out there. We'll see what happens. It's like, that just goes to show how really defensively committed Spain are. They had two people going over to meet Grisheva. She went down, and that time they ended up running into each other. Osipova watches. She's going to come in for the shooter, Grisheva. Well, just one of two. At least it allows her to stay in the game. There's Torrens again, head up, finds Gill in the corner. And Gill just goes in, maybe a little bit out of control. I'm not sure she's allowed to do that. That's, oh, Valdemoro takes the three-pointer, goes to 14 points, but Gill, I know they're saying it was a 2, but Gill shot an air ball and then called it. So I'm guessing they're saying it was not intentional. I don't know. I would have thought that was a turnover. Russia battling. It's ugly right now. It's ugly for the Russians. They're getting blown out. Watch this. Oh, maybe, I think what happened is Kudzina must have got her hand on the ball as it went up. So alert play from Laura Gill to pass it out to Valdemoro. I wouldn't put it past Valdemoro finishing as the game's leading scorer. That would be a story, wouldn't it? And Osipova may have gotten away with an elbow there. Sapova for three, good. Oh, that was much needed for Russia. Back to a 15-point game now. Mondello issuing instructions. Mondello was told by the Serbian ref something happened, and if it happens again, a technical is going to be called. So I don't know if it was interfering with the ball or one of the Spanish players. Maybe somebody said something. But Dominguez drives in, and that was a good strong rebound from Osipova. Over to Belyakova. Valdemoro. You gotta like the energy of Spain on defense. Petrakova for three. Couple of three-pointers in a row now. Russia showing signs of life. It's 54-42. And it's interesting that it's happened as well with Korsten out on the court.
Han metido dos canastas por estar un pelín desajustados, porque han corrido dos veces y nos ha costado localizar a las jugadoras, ¿vale? Ahora no podemos, porque ahora tenemos bandera, pero vamos a intentar parar el primer pase al menos. Hacemos
тройку, посмотрите, первый заслон здесь. Отскочила передачу. Вот здесь, когда дали передачу, первый уходит сюда. Посмотрите первую передачу на оси. У нас здесь двойка. Пойдет помощь, обыгрывай и ищи. этих двоих. Нет, дальше идет продолжение идет. Окей? Поняли? Вот самое главное, вот здесь. Поехали. Вперед. И от защиты не отпускаем. Тройка уходит, потом двойка закручивает.
Well, the basket from Marta Jarge, 11 points for Jarge. And Spain back on top by 14, and they're going to get the ball back. So they're in command with 1:48 to go here at the end, late in the third quarter. There's still plenty of fight in the Russians. You can see it in the face of Petrakova and her comments to her teammates. Sapova coming out. Right now it's Corsten handling the point guard duties, and Prince has her warm-ups on over there. And the block called on Silvia Dominguez. Well, Belyakova is at the line. And Russia kind of lingering around, trying to stay in this thing. And makes the second. So it's, once again, it's a 12-point game. Torrens. And Torrens looked a bit uncomfortable really for the first time there. She kind of started to plant, if you watch. Oh no, she just lost, her right foot kind of slid. And that's the nervous part. It's happened to a couple players out there, but when you've had a player that had the knee injury, it's extra worrying. Corsten drives in and she scores. Now it's a 10-point game. Dominguez drives in and right back at him, the left-hander. Corsten. And the foul on Zedic. Palau comes back in for Dominguez. Russia trying to make their move right now, but they got it down to 10, but the lead's gone back to 12 with the Dominguez basket. And now Alba Torrens has a chance to take it even further ahead. And second one is good. So she's got 23 points, and the lead is 13. Prince has come back in the final 8 seconds. See, she tries to create. She's gonna put it up, and she's gonna hit it. Well, Torrens with the desperation, half court. So Prince checks into the game, buries the jumper, cuts the lead down to 11 points. Cuts the deficit to 11. Well, you see the stats there. Spain still out rebounding Russia. Russia with 5 threes now.
Wow.
16 turnovers for Russia.
Allez, c'est le moment de faire un maximum de bruit.
C'est parti pour le dernier carton, last quarter.
La possession à l'espace.
Well, fourth quarter action underway here in Vans. It's the battle in Group B between Russia and Spain. Sancho Little now into the game. She hands it off to Torrens, who misses. And Russia with a chance to get back a little bit closer. You can just feel the comeback coming. Zidek and Spain with the rebound. Osipova was in there threatening. And Nichols almost had that ball taken away from Zidek. She's going to try to post her up. And Sancho Little hustles and knocks it out of bounds. Russia need a basket. They're down by 11. And I think they've called a foul on Sancho Little for reach. 4 fouls, so she's had foul trouble. Nice pass to Belyakova on the baseline. Torrens goes up, Zidek with the rebound. And Petrakova, she misses it. Now Osipova with the rebound. Prince pulls up and is fouled by Palau. So Russia may finally get their points at the free throw line. 3 fouls on Palau. Back to a 10-point game, and Prince makes it a 9-point game. Maya Palau. Spain, do they have enough to close this thing out? There is something psychological about that 10-point deficit. Once you get under it, it doesn't seem quite as big. Sancho Little. Her pass may be too hard for Cindy Lima. Cindy Lima just can't get a hold of the ball, but it ends up in the hands of Palau. And Palau got it off in time and hits a three-pointer. And the Russian bench the coach looks over and just says, can you believe it? What else could go wrong? Prince for three, good. Well, Prince is really stepping up her game here late in the second half. She's got 9 points now, Prince. Torrens drives in, is fouled by Osipova. Well, what would the odds have been on Torrens having this type of game tonight? 24 points, still with just under 8 minutes remaining. She hasn't shot particularly well from the free throw line, or it'd be even more. And that ball went off the leg of Belyakova. She just lost it. Torrens catches it over to Cindy Lima. Now Palau. I think Spain would like to get Sancho Little involved. And she's called for the travel. Looked like it was a jump step, but she doesn't like it. She's having a frustrating evening. Now Prince. Oh, she just went right around Spain that time and then missed the shot. She did the hard work and missed the easy part. But then Torrens loses it. Good hands from Petrakova, an unsportsmanlike foul called on Spain, which now means Russia could potentially have a 5-point swing if they make the free throws as well as get a three-point play. But that foul's called on Jarget. Both free throws in, so it's an 8-point game. And I wonder if the thought of putting Valdemaro back in there might be entering the mind of Mondello. Maybe Dominguez as well. He's got good defensive players out there. Certainly Russia have a little bit of momentum right now, especially if they score here. Belyakova, almost. So Spain dodged a bullet. If that had gone, that would have been interesting. Palau using some shot clock. Over it goes to Torrens. 3 on the shot clock. She's gonna have to put it up. And she does, and Alba Torrens. That's right, the Alba Torrens, everybody knows. 27 points. What a performance. Well, that was big. That takes the lead back to 66-55. Petrakova, and good defense from Sancho Little. 7 on the shot clock. Petrakova, she might have to throw up a prayer, and Lima, good defense from Lima.
Possession goes to Spain. On aimerait bien entendre les fans de l'équipe de Russie. Please fans, Russia, fans of Spain, everybody!
Jarge over. And Sancho Little shows that soft touch. It's been a frustrating night for her, but she's getting some minutes here in the fourth quarter. Osipova tries to get in the lane. Sense of urgency is there for Russia. You can see it. Good play from Osipova. Dumps it off to Petrikova. Torrens again drives in. Zidek with the rebound. Zidek pulls up. Gets the rebound again. Out it goes to Petrikova for three. Spain standing around on defense. And Mondello calls a timeout. Russia not going away. They're only down by 8. Once again, the game is 40 minutes long, and you got to play all 40 minutes.
Are you ready, people? Are you ready for NBA?
Vamos a hacer las jugadas, tanto camiseta como cuernos abajo, como cabeza. Si es necesario cabeza, el ciego no lo hemos utilizado ni una vez. Hostia. Y desde ahí podemos amenazar y arrancar. Y no rectifiquéis tiros, que no hace falta. Si no, no vamos a tirar tiros libres. ¿De acuerdo? Y no nos ponemos nerviosos en ningún momento. ¿De acuerdo?
Поставим. Пиф идет сюда с мячом. 4. Поднимем сюда, поднимем. Тройка здесь. Теперь смотрите.
А на первом, да, играем?
Да. Двойка отсюда идет, ставит заслон. Пас четверки. Пускай, и сюда даем передачу. Давайте, вперед. Россия, давайте, сделай.
Well, she hasn't given up hope, that's for sure. Wonder where she is. She's somewhere in here. Oh, Torrens just lost the ball. And they're calling a foul on Sapova. I thought she just lost it. Zidek comes back into the game. There's a good look. Well, she definitely had her hands on her. So calling her for the check. Not allowed to do that. And Osipova reaches over. Good defense from the veteran. Chases down the ball. Gets it to Prince. Now Russia, if Zidek hits this, it's going to be interesting. And she missed it. Spain dodged another bullet. Looking somewhat fragile here in the fourth quarter, and they have put in Valdemaro as well, so I thought that might happen, get that experience out there. And Sylvia Dominguez as well. Foul called on Belyakova. Sancho Little takes the shot, and the fight for the rebound, Lima, and possession arrow goes to Russia. Well, Mondello just feels like he needs to have Torrens out there, so he's going to put her back in. And Marta Jarge is going to come out. Zidek for three. Rebound Russia, Belyakova. 3:45 remaining. Osipova back to Zidek for three. Good this one, and now it's a 5-point game. And this is why, really, you're never out of it. You're never out of it. You always keep fighting and playing. And Russia, they faced a huge deficit tonight, but they've stuck with it. And now it's a 5-point game. How deflating of a loss would this be for Spain? And that was a bad pass by Torrens. Prince for three. And Little chases down the rebound. Now Valdemoro, is she gonna pull it out? Is she gonna go all the way? She's gonna take it back out, but she turns it over. So turnovers now creeping into the play of Spain. And eventually it's gonna come home and roost. And just like that, Russia have cut the deficit to 68-65. They have not gone away. What a terrific fight. I mean, what would it do for the psyche of Russia in this tournament if they were to win a game like this, having trailed, I think, by 19. Into the corner goes to Valdemoro. She drives in and I suppose kind of calms the nerves just a little bit for Spain. And the drive from Belyakova is denied, I think, by Nichols, goes out of bounds and back to Spain. I'll tell you climb the mountain. And you climb it like Russia have done. But to get to the top of the mountain, sometimes it just needs that little bit more. And sometimes you just don't get there. Russia still trailing by 5 points. Sancho Little gets give and go with Dominguez and ends up with Laura Nichols getting the basket. So it's back to a 7-point game. And offensive foul called, setting a pick. Osipova setting the pick on Sylvia Dominguez as Dominguez was trying to pressure the ball. That was the give and go, and she alertly handed it off to Laura Nichols. And another look at that play.
Cuando demos un balón a Sancho, van a ir a defender a Sancho. Niki ataca Niki y sube tiradora. Se cae Niki y sale tiradora. ¿De acuerdo? Lo tenemos claro. A ver, tema faltas антидепортивas, ¿да?
В ходе ищем свободного человека. Свободное бросаем обязательно трюльник. Поехали. Вперед. Друзья, давайте.
Applaudissements, s'il vous plaît, pour ces garçons de Sweet Bakers.
Montenegro watching the action tonight. They're in Group A. They could eventually play these teams, though. I think what Mondello was saying, that when you pass the, you know, when you give the ball to Little, or when she's being double teamed out, everybody else needs to cut to the basket. Anyways, 1:45 remaining. Valdemoro is still in the game. Dominguez. Penetrates, drives, left wide open, and missed the shot. I think Osipova had a little bit to do with that. Prince dribbles out top. Petrakova thought about it. Zidik's got to think about it. Russia don't have much time. They've got to get some points. And Laura Nichols fouls Osipova. So 5 team fouls, so that's free throws. Osipova is a real warrior. She's not going to give up. She's not had a great night offensively, but she's in there battling until the end. And Spain get the rebound. It's a 6-point lead coming up on a minute remaining. I do think that probably Russia, if they don't win this game, maybe will grow in a little bit of confidence because they have showed a great fighting spirit to get back into it. But Spain's passing leaves a lot to be desired in this fourth quarter. Could be that Russia are just reading their passes better. Dominguez pops into the lane, and that was another miss. So 45 seconds to go. Prince pulls up and is fouled shooting a three-pointer. Can you believe it? You have got to realize the situation, and you do not foul the three-point shooter. Well, we've seen it happen already today. And you don't want to foul Prince because she can shoot her free throws. And now Russia really have a chance. I mean, they've got, it's a 4-point game. If she makes this, it's a 3-point game. You apply pressure, but you definitely have to be aware that they would be more than happy to draw a foul behind the three-point arc, and that's just great savvy by Prince, who I think has really come into her own here in the fourth quarter. She's been terrific. She's now got 12 points. Laya Palau, Dominguez comes out. $14 seconds on the shot clock, 13, 10. And Russia did not want to foul, and they have committed the foul. So the question is, yep, they're both in the bonus. So now it comes down to free throws. We saw Sweden and Italy both struggle at the free throw line in crunch time, and you have to wonder if Spain are going to be able to put this thing away at the free throw line. Well, for Spanish basketball fans, they're not going to be resting too easily right now. She misses both. And now Russia have a chance to tie it with a three-pointer. Will Spain foul? Or are they going to let them just, oh, they do foul, and they're lucky. They're lucky they haven't picked up an unsportsmanlike foul. And I'm not sure I agree with the strategy. I like the defense that Spain play, and if you actually foul and put Prince on the line, that's an automatic 2. And now Russia's going to foul Spain, and Spain are going to have to make some free throws. And if you think about it, Little just missed 2 free throws. I mean, they are in danger of blowing this game. And what do you know? Prince misses the free throw. Mandela wants to call timeout. He's going to get a timeout after this made free throw. So it's a 2-point game. Fascinating encounter, really. I don't think we believed that Russia were as bad as, I think, the 19 points they were trailing by. Certainly, it's quite incredible, really, this comeback from Russia.
Шуфалите, когда выносит мяч другого, если этих невозможно. Пробивает, сразу идем на быстрый отрыв. Вы. Если Найс забивает, идем на быстрый отрыв. Двойка здесь, тройка здесь. Ося, идешь Идешь реверсом, четверка здесь, не спускайтесь. Хорошо, нет, заслон поставь впереди, окей? Давайте, поехали, Россия.
Well, Spain haven't played well in the fourth quarter. Much of that is owed to Russia's defense, but if you just look at how things have happened, especially in the last couple of minutes and the last couple of plays with, you know, Dominguez fouling the three-point shooter, Little missing the two free throws. They're lucky still to be on top by 2 now. And Russia intentionally foul. They foul Little, and that's good strategy. That is how they've pulled that off. They were able to get it. They were able to make the call off the ball. So it's a strategy. And it hasn't paid off with that one. I'm sure Mandela was thinking, gosh, maybe I shouldn't have left Sancho out there. And she makes both. Well, Vainauskas, to be honest, I thought that was a pretty good play by his part to be able to go out and put the player right back on the line who missed 2, because it was slightly risky to leave her out there, but Mandela kept faith with Little, thinking obviously that she wasn't going to be fouled if Baltimore had the ball. And then Little goes out and makes the free throws, so Russia now with 14.5 seconds left, still have some time. But Spain, I doubt very seriously, are going to foul. So they're going to have to get a quick basket and then get a foul.
Двойка сюда. Ясно? Двойка закручивай сильно.
Si lleváramos 3 de ventaja haríamos falta, pero no hace falta ahora. Cambien todo. Si la meten, saca Daya, se queda Amaya y Sargay. Y aguantamos la bola. Vamos.
Well, 14.5 seconds left. Russia, they'll probably go for a quick 2. And then get a foul, if they can get it. Well, Belyakova, it's not going to be a quick 2, though, is it? Oh, she's going to take a quick 3. And it's going to rim out. Osipova's going to go up for the rebound and get it. 5.6 seconds left now. And Spain have to inbound the ball, and they almost throw it away, but Torrens gets it and makes the shot. And really, Spain, I have to say, have won by the skin of their teeth, because that pass from Laia Palau just eluded the hands of Epiphany Prince to find Alba Torrens. How dramatic would that have been if they hadn't been able to get the ball in and turned it over to Russia? But as it is, Torrens, for the most part, the best player of the game, finishes it with a 3-point play. And Spain win it 77-72. Torrens with 30 points, celebrates with a basket. And really, I think Russia should look on the bright side of this. If I'm Lucas Mondelo, you have to know, you know, they've got to have better execution down the stretch than they did tonight in the fourth quarter. Nevertheless, Spain have won a vital game. It takes the pressure off as they try to get into that second round. Now, Russia taking a defeat. They know they're going to have to win one of their next 2 games, which is going to happen. Let's be realistic. They're not going to lose both to Italy and Sweden. And the likelihood is that they would win both. But you never know. You got to play the game. How does this game affect their psyche? Well, Vainauskas, his team was right there. They came back. I mean, the biggest lead for Spain came, it was 54-36 with 13 and a half minutes remaining, or 3.5 minutes into the second half. And they came back from that 18-point deficit, and they really put the pressure on Spain at the end and made them close it out. So Spain breathing a tremendous sigh of relief. Well, Russia really started knocking down the threes late. Spain finished 9 of 18, but those 10 of 16 free throws really stand out if you're Spain, just 62%. And the turnovers as well really creeped into Spain's game. You can see there 18 by the end of the game, as well as Russia. So Russia started doing much better. Spain had 5 turnovers in the fourth quarter. Torrens with the 30 points. Chargé 11, Valdemaro 15. Petrakova had the 18 points for Russia, and Prince really came to life in the fourth quarter. She finished with 13. Prince had 4 points through the first 3 quarters, so she really gave Russia a chance. That's it for the Group B action. Plenty more to come from Vannes, France. Thanks for watching, everybody.